Hello everyone, welcome to memoneet. I am Shubham. Today we'll be discussing the BPT-24 and this is a cumulative test of previous 1 to 23, which tests I think you guys appeared and got a good result. So yeah, so today we'll be discussing the BPT-24, which is cumulative of the BPT-1 to 23. Okay, so yeah, so let's get into the problems first. So the first question says two coils have mutual self-inductance of L1 equals to 4 mH. This is the first one. Okay, 4 mH and L2 equals to 1 mH. The currents in the coils are increased at the same rate. Di by dt is equal in both the cases. At a certain instant of time, coils are given a power of same power. The power is also same. P is also same in both the cases. If I1, L1 and L2 are I1 and I2 are the currents in the two coils at that instant of time respectively, then value of I1 and I2 you have to calculate. Okay, first of all we know that V or EMF, you know that V or EMF according to the Faraday's law is equals to L di by dt. Okay, so from that you know that phi equals to Li. From that we are getting this. Okay, phi equals to Li by getting this, right? So and from that you can say that V1 and V2 will be these two equations will be V1 and V2, right? So and we also know that the power equation is power is equals to I into V, right? Power is equals to I into V. So for the two coils, one will be I1 V1, one will be I2 V2. Okay, so I1 by I2 you have to calculate. So I1 by I2 will be equals to V1 by V2 by V1, right? Inversely proportional, right? V2 by V1. And V2 is equals to V1 is equals to L1 di by dt and L2 and L1. Why L2 and L1? Because di by dt, as I told you, the rate of current flow is equal. So V2 by V1 is nothing will be equals to L2 by L1, right? L2 by L1. So L2 here is given as 1 and this is L1 is given as 4. The ratio will be 1:4. So therefore the answer number option number 2 will be the correct answer. Question number 2. A system of X neither in thermal equilibrium or nor in or with Y or nor with Z. So this is probably the question from thermodynamics, right? Okay, the system and Y and Z. Okay, so you have to think that why the system, what is the relation between system Y and Z? X is neither in thermal equilibrium with Y or Z. As we know that if X is thermal equilibrium with Y and X is thermal equilibrium with Z, then Y and Z are in thermal equilibrium. Okay, so this is we know from thermodynamics, right? But in this case, if you say that the temperatures are in this case X, Y, Z are Tx, Ty and Tz, so Tx is not equals to Ty and Tx is not equals to Tz. It is set. So this does not tell us that anything about T and Tz except that they are not equal. Okay, as Tx is not equals to Ty and Tx is not equals to Tz, so you can say that Ty is not equals to Tz. That this is we can say. Okay, so from that we can say they or they are maybe equal. So you can say that they are maybe in thermal equilibrium or maybe not. Okay, but there is no certainty, right? They must be in equilibrium, or we cannot say that they are not in equilibrium. Okay, but we can say there may be equilibrium or may not be equilibrium. T1 and Tz are not equal from these two relations, but we cannot say this we cannot say this they are equilibrium. They has to be in equilibrium. Okay. Now moving on to the question number 3. If the electric potential on the axis of an electric dipole at a distance r from it is V, okay, distance r it is V, then the potential at a point on its equatorial line at the same distance away from it will be. At equatorial line it doesn't matter. Equatorial line the voltage will be always be equals to 0. Okay, so as if you saw the if you see this, the point on the axis of dipole theta equals to 0 degree, right? Cos 0 is equals to 1 and we know the formula V equals to Kp by r square. Kp cos 90 degree by r square. So put the value of cos 90 is equals to 0. So therefore, yeah. So therefore the v will be equals to 0. As equatorial point, theta is always equals to 90 degree. So therefore the answer will be always be equals to 0. You have to remember this, equatorial distance, equatorial line, at same distance the potential is always 0, right? Question number 4. If a force F acting on a particle as a function of time t, F equals to at plus b divided by t minus c, okay, right? Where a, b and c are the constant, then dimensional formula of b. You have to calculate the dimensional formula of b. Okay. So dimension homogeneity you have to apply. First of all, you can see that the dimension of F and dimension of at or dimension of b by t minus c is equal. So you can say the dimension of F and dimension of b minus b divided by t minus c is equal. Dimension of b will be equals to F into t minus c, and t and c are subtractors. So therefore dimension of c will be equals to dimension of t. So therefore you can say the dimension of b will be equals to F into t. Okay. So therefore you can say, so b, f, dimension of f is ml t minus 2 and dimension of t is t. So therefore you can say the dimension of b will be equals to ml t minus 1. It's a very simple numerical. You can solve this. So option number 4 will be the correct answer. A current 10 ampere is maintained in a conductor cross section 1 centimeter square, that means equals to 10 to the power minus 4 meter square, right? If the free electron density on a conductor is, electron density is there, z is there, then the drift velocity of free electrons will be, okay, right? So so I is given, a is given, number n is also given, okay, e is we know, so and we know that the formula I equals to any vda. So vd is equals to, you have to calculate the drift velocity, vd equals to I divided by any a. This is the formula you have to calculate. So I is equals to 10 and n is equals to 9 into 10 to the power 28, e is equals to 1.6 10 to the power minus 19, and a is equals to our 10 to the power minus 4. So first of all check the powers. 28 minus 19 means 9, 9 minus 4 5, so that means 10 to the power 5 will be at upwards, 10 to the power 5 and 10 to the power 1, it will become 10 to the power 6, and 9 into 1.6 means 14.4. Now take 100 out of this, 100 into 10 to the power 4 it will be, right? So 14.4, and if you multiply 14.4 with 7, like 7 or more less, like number 7, you will get 100, around 100. So the answer is 7 10 to the power 4. This is the nearest value. So check the answer, which is which option is you are getting. So that means the option number here you will get the answer 6.94 or 7. Okay. 10 to the power minus 4 it will be, right? 10 to the power minus 4, 10 to the power minus 6 it will be. Okay. Just do the approximation thing, you will get the answer. Okay, a particle is vertically up with an initial velocity of u is given. The distance covered by the particle in 2 seconds, t 2 seconds is given, distance will be. So there is a simple formula you can apply, that is equals to h equals to ut plus half gt square, but h equals to, it is going upward, descent, okay, so that means it is downwards. So h equals to u t plus half gt square plus y, plus because the object is moving in the direction of the acceleration, gravity. U is given 60, t is given 2, 120 plus 1 by 2 into 10 means 5, 5 into 2 square means 20. The answer will be here 5 into 4 equals to 20. Okay. Yeah. Final velocity you have to calculate first from v equals to u plus at formula, right? So final velocity here is v. Yeah, v equals to human velocity. Two seconds of descent. First of all, the total time of ascent and total time of descent will be equal, because it is under the influence of gravity only, though no external force is applied. It is not mentioned here. Okay, the distance is 60. Okay, first of all, the initial velocity is u 60, so it is going upward, the g will be negative, so it will be v equals to u minus gt. So v, you have to calculate, this is 60 minus, this is the final velocity here is 0. Okay, the object is at rest. So therefore g means 10 into t, that means the t will be equals to 6. So at 6 second it is going upwards, and the 6 second it will go downwards. Okay, but you have to calculate the force at the this way, with this way, just these 2 seconds. For these 2 seconds, what will be the initial velocity will be equals to 0 only. The initial velocity will be equals to 0 only, right? So if you take h equals to ut plus half gt square equation, put the value of u equals to 0, and half g will be equals to our 10, and t square equals to 2 square. That means this will be equals to 20 meters. So the answer will be 20 meters. LCR circuit, R is given, XL given, XC is given. The current, you have to calculate the current. Okay, the phase difference between voltage and current you have to calculate. How to calculate this? Tan phi. The simple formula is called tan phi. You know the triangle, the impedance triangle. Here it is Z, here it is XL minus XC. Sorry, XL minus XC. This is, and this is R. Okay, so take the tan phi. Tan phi will be equals to R divided by XL minus XC.
Okay, so sorry, not 10. Sorry, not R. XL minus XC divided by R. Yeah, XL will be equals to, XL is equals to 5, XC is equals to 8 minus 3. 8 minus 5 equals to 3, and R is equals to 4. So the answer will be theta will be equals to tan inverse 3 by 4. Okay, tan inverse 3 by 4. The answer will be equals to leads the voltage by tan inverse, the current. Okay, in the LCR circuit, the current leads by always the current leads the voltage. Always current leads the voltage. Okay, therefore the answer will be option number 1. Always the current will lead the voltage in LCR circuit. Remember this. When a uniform wire of radius r is stretched by 2 kg weight, in 2 kg weight means 20 Newton. The increase in its length is 2 millimeter. X is 2 mm, means 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 meter. If the radius of the wire is r by 2, other conditions remain the same, then increase in the length. This is a pretty simple thing. F is proportional to half kx square. Okay. According to the Young's modulus, you know that Young's modulus is stress by strain. Stress means F by A, and strain means del L by L. So therefore it will be L into del L. The increase in length is del L. Okay. Now you have to take the relation between all the things are constant. So you have to take the relation between the radius and the change in the length. So del L is inversely proportional to 1 by A from this relation. Del L goes here. So del L is proportional to 1 by A. So you can say del L1 by del L2 equals to A2 by A1, means pi cancel out. That means R2 square by R1 square. R2 means R by 2 means 1 by 4. R1 cancel out. Okay. So del L2 means 4 into del L1. 4 means 4 into 2. 2 mm is there. So that means it will be equals to 8 mm. The answer will be equals to 8 mm. The magnetic field of a plane, electromagnetic waves, B equals to this is given. This is omega. Sorry, this is omega. Omega t plus kx. This is k. This is k and this is omega. If we just the wavelength of the wavelength is given by the formula, as you know that, yeah, k is given, omega is given. K, the formula of wavelength is k equals to lambda equals to 2 pi by k. 2 pi by k. Okay, 2 pi means 6.28, and k is equals to 6.28 into 10 to the power 2. That means 6.28 cancel out. The answer will be equals to 10 to the power minus 2 meter, means 1 centimeter. The answer will be equals to 1 centimeter. That answer will be equals to 1 centimeter. Two blocks of 4 kg and 2 kg are touching each other, are placed on a smooth inclined plane as shown in the free to move downward. Then the contact force between the block is contact force. Okay. The surface is smooth, therefore the acceleration in both the cases will be equal. So that is equals to g sine theta. This is, if you take this, this is 30 degree, this is 30 degree, this is mg, this is mg sine cos theta, and this is mg sine theta. Both the cases it will be equals, the acceleration is equals to g sine theta. If you multiply it with mass, you will get the force. The acceleration will be g sine theta. G is equals to 10, sine theta is equals to 30 degrees. That means 10 into 1 by 2, that means equal to 5. Okay, so both the blocks will here will move the therefore they will move together. Okay, as there the plane is smooth. Okay, so therefore we can say the contact force between them is always equals to 0, right? Why this is 0? Because the plane is smooth and they are moving with same acceleration. Therefore option number 4 will be correct. Consider a sphere of radius r having a charge q uniformly distributed inside it, at where the minimum distance its surface, the electric potential is half the electric potential at its center. Okay, this is the pretty simple thing. The formula V equals to kq by r, where r is the distance from the center, right? And the electric potential inside the sphere is given by the formula kq by 2r into 3 minus r square by r square, right? So from the at the center r is equals to 0, therefore V will be equals to 3 kq by 2r, right? This is the formula, right? So the electric potential at any point is minimum distance its surface is half of the potential at the center, always half of the potential at the center, given it, not always, it is given there. Okay, so therefore the Vp is equals to half of Vc, means half of 3 kq by 2r, that means it will become 3 kq by 4r. Now equate this with this one with same distance. What is the, you have to calculate the, if you have to calculate the distance, kq cancel out, 4r, 3 by 4r, that means 4r equals to 12r plus 3x. Okay, that means from that you can say that r equals to x equals to r by 3. 4r equals to, sorry, not 12r, 3r. So it is equals to 4r minus 3r will be r, so x equals to r by 3. That as distance will be equals to r by 3. Option number 4 will be the correct option. Two sources produces sound waves of equal amplitudes having along the same direction of producing 18 bits per 3 seconds. That means per second it is equals to 6 bits. If the one source has a frequency of 341, then the frequency of other frequencies may be. So first of do one, the formula is plus minus 6. So one will be equals to 347, another will be equals to 335. If you take the positive sign, it will be 334 for 47, negative sign 335. Compressibility of a liquid is this, Newton meter square. If 2 liter of liquid is subjected to an extra pressure of this, then the decrease in the volume of the liquid will be. Compressibility means K equals to minus V del V by P. Okay, this is the compressibility equation. So compressibility is nothing but 1 by the reciprocal of bulk modulus, right? Reciprocal of bulk modulus. Negative sign is always there too, so the volume is decreasing. So from this you can say del V by V equals to P into K, right? So P is here is given as the P is given 2 into 10 to the power 6, 2 into 10 to the power 6, and K is given as 4 into 10 to the power minus 8. So it will become 8 into 10 to the power minus 2, means 0.08. Okay, so it will become 0.08 del V by V, and del V will be equals to 2 liter, means 1 meter cube equals to 1000 liter, right? That means it will be equals to 2 into 0.08 means 0.16 liter, means 0.16 into 1000 cc means 160 cc. That means the answer will be equals to option number 3, 14. The magnetic susceptibility with absolute temperature for a diamagnetic material. What is a diamagnetic material? First of all, you have to understand this. A diamagnetic substance susceptibility is always small, negative, and independent of the temperature. Therefore, the graph will always be, if certain object, a certain property is not dependent on another property or characteristics, that means the graph will always be a straight line of that axis, straight line parallel to that axis. If P is not dependent, if A is not dependent on B, if A is not dependent, if their graph is plotted, the graph will be the parallel to the B axis, right? 15. Three rods made of same material having a same cross section having been joined, shown in the figure. Each rod of the same length, the left and right kept are 0 degrees Celsius, 90 degrees Celsius respectively. The junction, you have to calculate the temperature at the junction. So first of all, you know this, you have to know this formula for thermal conductivity. R is equals to L by Ka. So therefore, we also know the rate of heat of flow is given by the formula H equals to del T by R. Okay, so if you say that the total the junk here, if you take this H3, this is H1, this is H2, so you will get the H3 equals to E1 plus H1 plus H2 from the calorimetric principle. The heat supplied to the colder part will be equals to the heat supplied by the heat supplied to the colder part equals to the heat exerted by the hotter part. H3 equals to this. So H3 we know as MST. We know the H equals to MST. This formula MS del T. So AM here in this case AM and S is equal, as they are made of same material and as of same length. So del T will be, so from this you can say del T3 equals to del T1 plus del T2. So if you say this is the temperature here, the junction is theta, so therefore you can say this is 90 degree minus theta, and this is 90 degree minus theta, and this is also theta minus 0 degree, because the here temperature is 0 degree. So you can say theta equals to 90 180 minus 2 theta, means 2 theta plus theta means 3 theta equals to 180 degree. That means theta will be equals to 60 degree. The answer will be equals to 60 degree. Pretty simple numerical you have to do, like take calorimetric principle into account. An object is placed at a distance 60 cm from the convex lens. 60 cm here the object is placed. A focal length is 30 cm. Okay, the object is placed at the radius of curvature. So the distance of the image will be equals to V will be equals to 60 cm only. If the object is placed at the radius of the curvature or the center of the curvature, the image is also formed at the center of the curvature only. The U is equals to V. Okay. So therefore, up to the principal axis, a plane mirror is put perpendicular to the principal axis of the lens at a distance 40 cm from it. The final image will be formed at a distance of. Now, if this is the thing, this is the image we get. No, this is the image we get. This is the 60 cm distance from this. So this means this is equals to 20 cm. Okay, it is always a rear. It is always a what you can say. It is always a it is always 20 cm. That means it is always equals to 20 cm means it is always and when the object is placed at the center of curvature, the image is always a real image. Okay, so therefore you can say this is a real image is formed. Okay. Okay, the distance is always equals to 20 cm. Let's see here. V equals to 60, as I told you. Okay, here the image is formed 20 cm from it, right? 20 cm from it. So for the second refraction of the convex lens, the final image will be virtual and at a distance 60 cm from the plane mirror, right? So due to the there is a plane mirror is placed, so the image will be a virtual image. Okay, so the option number 1 will be the correct answer. Sine 37 degree equals to 3 by 5 tan 16 degree. You have to calculate. How to calculate this? If the triangle is there, if this is 90 degree, if this is 37 degree, this is 53 degree. Okay, this is 53 degree. So if sine 17 you know, you can calculate sine 53. Sine 53 will be equals to what? For sine 50, this will be your base, this will be your this is 3 and this is 5, so this is 4, right? Okay, for this, for if you take this angle for sine 53, this will be your, what, this will be your perpendicular, so therefore there sine 53 will be equals to 45. So sine 53, sine 16 you know, so you know the formula sine A minus B, so here you can say sine 53 minus sine 16. Okay, sine 53 sine, sine 53 and 37 degree equals to sine 16 degree. Sine A minus B formula, what is the sine A minus B formula? Sine A cos B, sine A cos B. Sine A means sine 53, sine 53 means 4 by 5, cos B means cos 37 means also 4 by 5, minus 3 by 5 into 3 by 5, that means 16 by 25 minus 9 by 25, right? It will be equals to 7 by 25. Okay, 7 by 25. So you can calculate from this, you can calculate the value of cos 16 degree also. Cos 16 degree equals to root over 1 minus sine square 16 degree. It is equals to 49 by 625. It will be equals to 576 by 625. It is equals to 24 by 25. So from this you can say sine 16 by cos 16 equals to tan 16, which you have to calculate. Sine 16 means 7 by 25 and this is equals to 24 by 25. That means 24 into 25. 25 cancel out. This will be equals to sine 7 by 24. Answer is equals to 7 by 24. So therefore you can say none of this. No option is given. So the answer will be 7 by 24 and no option is there which is saying 7 by 24. Therefore the none of this will be our option. Two bodies A and B, 1 kg, A is 1 kg, B is 3 kg, are dropped from a heights of 16 and 25 centimeter. The ratio of the time taken to reach. The ratio, the time doesn't depend on the mass. Okay, it depends only on the this height. Okay, as they are dropped from this height, so the answer will be always equals to root over of t, always depends on root t proportional to root over h. Okay, so therefore you can say ta by tb equals to 16 by 25 means 4 by 5. Ta is to tb equals to 4 is to 5. If the rod with length of rod perpendicular to magnetic field is released with initial velocity v naught, then okay, this is a very tricky question. If the rod with length of L length of rod perpendicular to the magnetic field is released with the initial velocity v naught, then when a connecting rod is released with an initial velocity perpendicular to the magnetic field, it will stop after some time due to the negative work done by the magnetic field, right? The negative work done by the magnetic field, due to which it will stop moving in the direction of the magnetic field. Okay, the force perpendicular to the magnetic field and opposite to the velocity of the conducting rod is experienced. This force is result in a decrease in the velocity. As there is a resisting force, the magnetic field is a resisting force like that is applied on the force, that is decreasing the velocity. Hence it will stop after sufficient time. Okay, it will stop after sufficient time. Therefore option number 3 will be the correct answer here. 20. A particle of mass 0.5 kg, aim is given, force varies with the distance as shown in the graph. Okay, for x, f is given. At 4 the force is a 10, here 10, here 10, it is 0 and it is 0 also. Work done is given by the formula is x equals to 0 to 8. You have to calculate. Work done is given by the formula. If you know that the area of the graph f into x will give you the work done. Area of the graph will give you the work done. So this is a triangle and this is a triangle, this is a rectangle. For this triangle and for this triangle, 2 into half of base means 4, height is 10. 4 into 10, that means it will become 40, okay, joule. And then for this rectangular thing, it will become 4 to 8 means 4, 4 into 10 means 40. That means the total is 80 joule is work done our. Okay, four to 8 you have to calculate. Okay, that means you don't have to calculate this, so that means it will become 20 only. So that it will become 60 joule. Work done is 60 joule, and we know that the work energy theorem, that the change in kinetic energy is equals to work done. That means 60 equals to del ke. Del ke right? Del ke, 60 equals to del ke. Okay, so 60 del ke means half mv square minus the initial kinetic energy is initial kinetic energy is initial kinetic energy is 4, right? Initial kinetic energy is 4, that means half into 0.5, 4 square means the here the velocity is force. Okay, 4 meter per second is given the initial velocity. Therefore you can say 60 minus this is 64 half mv square. 64 into 2 means 128 divided by 0.5 equals to v square, means 256 equals to v square. That means v equals to 16. That means the answer will be equals to option number 2. 21. Find the magnetic field P due to the arrangement of two perpendicular infinitely long carrying conductors as shown in the figure. Okay, the angle is here is 45 degree. Okay, that means these two lines are perpendicular to each other. Thus, this if you have to calculate the magnetic field by this, you have to calculate the resultant of this. The magnetic field applied by this and magnetic field applied by this. Okay, so in this case, as the length and everything I is always equal, so therefore you can say the B1. If this is 1 and this is 2, this is B2. So B1 is equals to B2. Okay, so how to calculate this B net equals, that means the B net will be equals to 2B, right? B plus B means 2B. Formula B is equals to mu naught by 4 pi I by the distance is P into S and sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. This is our formula to calculate for an infinitely long wire. As here theta is equals to 90 degree, that is given. I already told you 45 means 90 degree. Theta 2 equals to minus 45, opposite direction minus 45. So from this equation, if you put the value, we will get sin 90 means 1 and 45 means 0.707. That means it will become 0.3 only. Okay, so here the length is equals to 2I by d, right? 2L by d. Okay, so that means the from this you can say 0.0707, or you can say 1 minus 1 by root 2 at as in the options it is 1 by 1 root 2. This is the way this is given. Okay, so just multiply this by into 2 this, so it will become 2 into this. Okay, now 2 into 2 pi root over 2I by d. Okay, the root will be here only now. 2 root 2 means root 2. Okay, 2 root 2 at the top it will become, if you multiply with 2 root 2 it will become 2 root 2. 2 root 2 by 4 means root 2 only. So here root 2 will be there only. So therefore the option number 1 will be the correct option here. Young's double slit experiment, the wavelength of light is this, lambda is given, and the red light is this and blue light is this. Lambda r is given and lambda b is given. The value of n for which n plus 1 blue bright coincide with n plus with bright band. Lambda r and lambda b is given. The distance between the fringe width is given by the formula beta equals to lambda d by d, and from this formula you can say or n lambda d by d, n into lambda d by d if it's this. So that means for red it will be equals to n lambda, and for blue it will be n plus 1 as it's given by the formula. So now put the value here, 7 plus this, multiply this and take the n value in the this side. What you will get, this is from this you will get 2.6 divided by 5.2 means 2. Okay na, 2.6, this is will be equals to 2. The answer will be equals to 2 here. Just subtract it, you will get the answer. A particle with 2 kg mass located at a position ij with velocity position, this is position x, velocity v, the angular momentum mvr, L equals to mvr, cross multiplication, v cross r you have to take. Cross means I j k 1 sorry 1 not 2, this will be 2 1 minus 2 0 1, this will be the, so from this you can say, yeah, so from this is the thing. So the p will be equals to here, p equals to m into v. Okay, so from this p equals to m into v, or you can say the p, first of all you can r into p, you can calculate this I into j 4 I j k. So r into p will be equals to 4 into I minus j minus 2k. So this is equals to VR. What I am calculating is VR. So we have to multiply this 2 only. So this will be equals to 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2 means 4. 4i. J. For j it will be equals, sorry, this. So minus 2 0. Sorry, 1 plus 1. That will be equals to 2. Minus 2i minus plus minus 2j minus 4k. So it will, if you take the common out, it will get y minus j minus 2k. It will be the answer. Okay. The potential difference between the points A and B. Okay. So if you take this, this is this. So these two are in so if you take the ratio of this, 8 by 4 means 1 by 2, this is 1 by 2. Okay, so therefore you can say this is satisfying the P by Q equals to R by S condition, the Wheatstone bridge condition. So therefore the current passing through this will be equals to, the voltage difference will be equals to 0. A and B will be equals to 0 as per the this is the galvanometer thing. Here it is A and this is B, and here the voltage is always, the VA minus VB is always equals to 0 as they are of same potential. Okay, the speed of 6 molecules of gas are 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10 units. The average speed is 2 plus 3 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 divided by 6. 5, 12, 20, 29, 39 by 6 means 6.5. The answer will be 6.5. The acceleration due to gravity at a height 1 kilometer above the earth is the same as the depth d below the surface. Then d, value of d. For height, g dash equals to g into 1 minus 2h by r. For depth, g dash equals to 1 minus d by r, right? So if you do this, g dash by g double dash equals to 1 minus 2h by r, means 2 into 1 kilometer by r, and this 1 minus d by r, right? So g dash, this is, they are equal to each other. That means this is equals to 1 minus d by r equals to 1 minus 2 by r, right? 1 cancel out, d equals to 2 only, d equals to 2 only, therefore d equals to 2 only. A block of mass m is attached with the spring as shown. It is slightly distributed from its equilibrium position. Then the time period of oscillation. Time period of oscillation is t equals to root over 2m k by a, 2 pi root over m by k. This is the formula. Root over 2m by k. As these two are they are connecting this way. Okay, so they are connected in parallel. These two are connected in, sorry, these two are connected in series. Therefore, the equivalent resistance will be product means 4k square divided by their addition, 4k. That means 4 cancel, it will be equals to k, and these two are, this k and these are in parallel, so therefore that this will become 2k. Okay, k equivalent will be equals to 2k, and I told you 2 pi equals to root over m by k. K equivalent means here equals to 2 by k, 2k, sorry. Therefore the answer will be equals to option number 3. Right of a ray of light incident on a thick slab of glass as shown in figure T. Okay, this is T. The emergent ray is parallel to the incident ray but displaces sideways at distance D. If angles of small d are small, then D is, okay, small means the theta, you can, the sin theta is equals to theta and cos theta equals to 1. Okay, lateral shift is given by the formula T by cos r into sin 1 I minus r. Here for small angle, sin I by r equals to sin I minus r equals to I minus r, and cos r equals to 1. That I told you. Cos theta equals to 1 and sin theta equals to theta. Okay, so d equals to t divided by I minus r. Okay, d divided t minus I by I minus r. So from this you can say d is equals to it into 1 minus r by I. If we take the common of I, option number 3 will be the correct answer. 4 point charges this are placed one at each corner of the square. The relation between q and small q will be when the potential at the center of the square is 0. So if you know this, this is a pretty simple thing. The q is always equals to minus q. This is the thing. So this is the distance between them, as the distance between this is, if this is r1, r2, r3, r4, all the distances are equal. That is equals to half of this diagonal. Diagonal is equals to root 2 into side, means divided by 2 means a by root 2. The potential is equal, so potential formula is kq by r. So minus kq by r minus small kq by r minus 2q by r 2q by r. So from this you can say k r cancel out, means minus q plus q 2q. This minus q means q minus q q. So q equals to minus q always. As I told you, always the opposite charge. 30. The RMS voltage of waveform is shown is V RMS is equals to root over V of average, that is equals to 1 by t 0 to t v square dt, right? So here this is given as 10, right? This is given as 10. So v square, this is will be equals to 10 square. So it will equals to 0 to t by 2 plus t by 2 to t. From this is the 0 to t by 2, and this is to t by 2 to t by 2 to t. This is t. Okay. So if you put this range, what you will get, 1 by t into 10 square. 10 square, take the 10 square out, it will get, you will get 10 square means 100. For this dt means t. The integration of this will be t, small t. This is the range. That means it equals to t by 2 plus, from this t means t minus t by 2, right? T minus t by 2. In between there will be a there will be positive sign, because the square means positive sign will be there. That means t minus 2 cancel out, it will be equals to t. Vrm is equals to 1 root over 1 by t into 10 square into t. T cancel out, that means equals to 10. Vrm is equals to 10 volt. Okay. If two bulbs whose resistance are in the ratio of 1:2, R1 to R2 equals to 1:2, then connected in series, the power dissipated in the ratio P1 by P2, you have to calculate. Okay. The equivalent distance will be equals to R1 plus R2 means 3R. Okay. That means P1 will be equals to PF, the formula P is equals to V square by R. Okay. R equivalent you have to take. So V cancel out in both the cases. So that means it equals to R2 by R1. Okay. In case of this, P1 equals to I square into R1, right? I square equals to R1. I square means V by 3R whole square into R1 means R. Okay, so that means it will become this, and P2 will be equals to V by 3R whole square into 2R. That means P1 by P2 will be equals to R2 means 2R by R, that is equals to 2:1 or 1:2. P1 by P2. P1 by P2 equals P1 by P2 equals to R by 2R. Sorry, that means it equals to 1:2. It will be the answer. Here you can see the I is given, P is calculated like this, and P2 is calculated like this. Now take the ratio. 9R cancel out, V square cancel out. That means P1 by P2 equals to 1:2. That means option number 4. Which one of the following is an equivalent cyclic process corresponding to the thermodynamic given cycle in the figure? Assume process 1 to 2 to be adiabatic. Okay, adiabatic process. No, it is. if you see this 3 to 1, the volume is constant, but here 3 to 2, the volume is decreasing. Okay, 1 to 2 1 to 2 is adiabatic. Okay, so therefore the formula is T v to the power gamma minus 1 equals to constant. So the BT graph 1 to 2 will be a curve. Okay, okay, it will be a curve. For process 2 to 3, the pressure is constant, so that V equals to T. 2 to 3, the pressure is constant. The it will be equals to V proportional to T. V proportional to T means this. Yeah, the V proportional to T means it is passing through the center. Therefore, this is the only graph that is passing through the center. Okay, suppose this will be the graph. A current carrying conductor where form of parabola y is equal to 2x carries a current I equals to 2 ampere. Shown in the figure. The place uniform magnetic field B equals to, the magnetic field is here, the magnetic force. What is the formula of calculating magnetic force? The formula of calculating magnetic force is equals to F equals to BIL sin theta, or okay. So here B is given as, sorry, I is given as 2 and B is given as minus 4k, and L is given as, what is the L? L is equals to 2k, 4k, sorry, 4j. Okay, y is equals to 2x, that means y equal, for y equals to 2, x will be equals to 2 only, right? X equals to 2 only. Therefore, if you say 2, 4 4 is 16, 32 I cap, 32 I cap, yeah, 32 I cap, minus minus plus, yeah, 32 I cap will be there. Kinetic energy of electron gets tripled, then the De-Broglie wavelength associated with it, how many times? If you know this, this is the formula to calculate this. Lambda equals to h by root over 2me. Lambda equals to h by root over 2m e root over 2me. So lambda proportional to 1 by root over e. The kinetic energy is doubled, gets tripled. So E1, E2 equals to 3e. E2 equals to 3e and E1 equals to e. So lambda 1 by lambda 2 equals to root over E2 by E1. 3e by e, that means lambda 2 equals to lambda by root 3. Lambda by root 3, that means option number 3 will be the correct answer. T, time, energy and momentum are taken as basic quantities of dimension of mass. So mass is nothing but m. Mass is nothing but take k equals to k into t to the power x, e to the power y and p to the power z, right? Now put the value. Mass said dimension of mass is m, L naught, T naught, k dimensionless, T is equals to t to the power x, E means m, y, L, 2y, T minus 2y, okay, ml 2 T minus 2, and this is P means m into V, means m into V, that means it will be equals to m to the power z, L to the power z, T to the power minus z. That means m is equals to here m L naught T naught equals to here m to the power y plus z, L to the power 2y plus 2z, 2y plus z, okay, 2y plus z, and T to the power x minus 2y minus 2 minus z. Okay, this is our thing. So m is equals to that means y plus z equals to 1 and 2y plus z equals to 0. That means from this you can say minus z by 2. Y equals to minus z by 2. So minus z by 2 plus z equals to 1. That means it will be equals to 1 minus, that means z by 2 equals to 1. So z is equals to 2. Z is equals to 2. That means e to the power 2. Only one option there is in e to the power 2, 35. Sorry, p to the power 2. Only one option is there. Or two option number 2, option number 3. These two options will be the answer. Okay. Now let's solve this third equation. Third equation is x minus 2y minus z equals to 0. y minus z by 2. That means it will become z by 2. Y, in place of y is z by 2, that means it will become z plus z minus z equals to 0. That means x equals to also 0. That means t to the power 0, p to the power 0, e to the power minus 1. That means option number 3 will be the correct answer. 36. This is from the experimental physics. New addition to the syllabus. It's previously on the units and measurements, but now it's a different part. N divisions of the main scale, Vernier scale collides with n plus 1 division of the Vernier scale. If each division is scale of a unit, then the least count. Okay, there is no means what we can say to calculate the LC. What is the value of LC? LC means 1 MSD minus 1 VSD. 1 main scale division, as we can say, n MSD equals to n plus 1 VSD. Sorry, n plus 1 VSD. That means 1 MSD equals to n plus 1 divided by n VSD. 1 MSD means n plus 1 divided by n VSD minus VSD. VSD, if you take VSD common, okay, n plus 1 means this is n, that means it will be equals to 1 by n VSD. 1 VSD equals to 1 by n into n by n plus 1. MSD means 1. A. N cancel out, that means it will be equals to A by n plus 1. The answer will be equals to A by n plus 1. That means option number 1 is the correct answer. Two metallic spheres of radius 1 and 3 are charges minus 1, this and this respectively, Q1 and Q2. If these are connected by conducting the final charge on the bigger sphere, the charge, there will be charge transfer of charges. Okay. Total Q equals to will be Q1 plus Q2. That is, the charge will be equals to minus 1 plus 5 means 4, 10 to the power minus 2. Okay. Now if you know this, the formula V is equals to KQ by R. That means here it will be equals to KX by 3. So here for the first case by 3, and for the second case it will be K into 4 to the power minus 2 minus x divided by 1. Okay. As we know that the at the where they are connected, the potential at a point, okay, the potential will be equal. V1 equals to V2. Okay, so Kx by 3, Kk cancel out. X equals to 12 into 10 to the power minus 2 minus 3x. That means 4x equals to 12 into 10 to the power minus 2. The x equals to 3 into 10 to the power minus 2. Option 2. A cylindrical tank of hole 1 centimeter square, its bottom. If the water is allowed to flow into the tank, then the tube above it rate of 70 centimeter. This is the discharge at Q. Then the maximum height up to the tank can rise. The hot water can rise in the tank. So there is a formula to calculate Q. Q equals to AV or V by T, volume by time, or A into V. That is equals to, as we know that the efflux velocity is equals to root over 2gh. That means V, in place of V you can write root over 2gh, right? The volume of the water per second is 70 cube per second. So A into root over 2g is equals to 70. That means area is given as 1. That means root over 2g is equals to 70. In place of g you can put 980 because we are taking CGS unit into account. Therefore you can say if you 2 into 980 into h square, that means 196 1960 divided 4900 1 divided by 1960, that is equals to 490 divided by 196. H is equals to, that means it will be equals to 49 4 10 5 by 2, that means 2.5 38 1. Answer will be 31. When an angle of incidence is 60 degree, I is given. The surface of the glass cavity found to be the reflected ray completely polarized. Angular polarization is tan IP. Okay. equals to tan 60 degree equals to root over 3. Okay. Now then the velocity of the light, we know that the mu equals to c by v. So the v equals to c by mu. C is here is, that is 10 means mu. C by mu, c is equals to 3 into 10 to the power 8 is root 3, that means it will be equals to root 3, that is equals to root 3 into 10 to the power 8 will be our answer. If the right reflective completely the corresponding angle, the polarized angle, the refractive index is given by the, if the light is fully polarized, then the refractive index of that medium is equals to the tan of, according to the Brewster's formula, mu equals to tan IP. Okay, this you have to remember, the Brewster's formula or the Brewster's angle. A particle charge q enters a uniform magnetic field of B and is deflected at a distance x after traveling a distance y. The magnitude or linear momentum of the particle. Linear momentum is m into v, you have to calculate. R is equals to, from this you can say, from this if you take this into account, R is equals to P by QB. Sorry, P by QB. Okay, from OCA, this triangle. Okay, this is our height, this is our base. 2r into x divided by r into x square plus y square equals to root over x square plus y square. Okay, 2r sin theta, y equals to 2r sin theta, that is root over x square plus y square. So put the value of r here, p into q by b, p by qb. Okay, so do one thing, and now x, this divided by x square and this will multiply, root will cancel out. Okay, that means p will be equals to qb into this divided by 2x. Yeah, divided by 2x, p qb into this and divided by 2x, qb into 2 qb by 2 x plus y square, the divided by x. This means x square by x means x plus y square by x. That means the answer will be option number 3. There is a block in a shape of a cuboid which is placed in the horizontal rough surface of 3 different ways as shown in the below. The which case the frictional force is maximum. The frictional force doesn't depend on the dimension of the object, it always depends on the texture of the surface or the frictional property of the surface. Therefore, it doesn't matter which part of the body is in contact with the object. It does, if the object, the characteristics of the object and the characteristics of the plane doesn't change, the frictional force will be equal in all the cases. Okay, therefore the option number D, all the cases will be equal, will be the option A. Two coils of mutual inductance of 0.005 Henry hmm 41.4. Okay, 0.005 Henry mutual, and m is given, m is root over L1 by L2, you know, L1 into L2. The current changes in the first coil is I equals to I naught sin omega t, where I naught equals to 10 and omega equals to this, the maximum value of EMF in the coil. Okay, so what you have to calculate, the E equals to, you know that the phi equals to Li or E equals to L di by dt, you know this, right? Or M di by dt for mutual inductance. E equals to M means 0.005 into di by dt means this will become d I naught, sorry, this is, sorry, I naught means 10 sin omega t means omega will come out, cos omega t, right? This will become cos omega t. Omega means 100 pi. Okay, 0.005 into 10 into 100 pi cos omega t. 100 into 10 means 1000. 5 pi equals to cos omega t. Therefore, the maximum value will be equals to, if the cos omega t is equals to 1 at 0 degree, cos omega t equals to 1, therefore the answer will be equals to 42 2, answer 5 pi, maximum value of E. 43. A uniform resistance wire of resistance 20 ohm is melted and recast into wire of length triple of its original length, then the value of resistance will be, okay, it doesn't matter you melt or do anything or stretch or anything, the volume will remain constant, that means A into L will remain constant. Okay, as we know that the R is proportional to rho into L by A. Okay, so from this you can say rho into L, that means L square by V. Okay, so here rho and V both are equal, sorry, constant, so therefore you can say R is proportional to L square, that means R1 by R2 equals to L1 square by L2 square, right, so R1 R2 is equals to L1 by L2 means 1 by 3 whole square, means 9, 1 by 9. Okay, R2 equals, sorry, 1 by 9 means 9 into 20, that means the answer will be equals to 180, and the answer will be equals to 180. The option number 3 will be the correct answer. Got 44. A satellite of mass m is revolving close to the surface of the planet, density d with a time period t. The value of universal gravitational constant on the planet is given by. Okay, this is a very tricky one. We know that the when a planet is orbiting, the gravitational pull on the from the planet to the satellite is maintained by the centrifugal force. Okay, that is equals to m r omega square. So from this you can say gmm by r square, gm by r square equals to this. And we also know the mass of the planet is given by the formula v into d. V is, as the planet is a sphere, that means the formula for volume is equals to 4 by 3 pi r cube into d. Okay, therefore you can say from this equation and this equation we can say g by r cube, okay, so g by r cube equals to 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube into d equals to 4 pi r square by t, as omega equals to 2 pi by t, so omega square will become 4 pi square t square. So 4 cancel out, r cube cancel out, okay, only, and pi cancel out, right? So therefore from this you can say g equals to r as everything cancel out, 3 will be multiplied 3 pi by d square t. No, it will become dt square. G will be equals to 3 pi dt square. Okay, it will become dt square. This will become dt square, not this. This will become dt square. A projectile is fired from a level of ground at an angle theta above the horizon, and the angle of elevation of the highest point from the projection is. As we know from this figure, you can say tan phi equals to h divided by r by 2. So and we know h equals to u square sin square theta by 2g and r is equals to u square sin 2 theta by 2g. Now put this value here, I will get the answer. Here, only here you will get the answer. Tan phi equals to h means u square sin square theta, and this means and this 2h means 2 into this, r means u square sin 2 theta. Okay, u square cancel out, 2 cancel out, sin 2 theta means 2 sin theta cos theta, means 1 by 2 tan theta. Okay, 1 by 2 tan theta, it will be the answer. Okay, option number 3 is the answer. Choose the correct option. The power rating of an element used in AC circuit refers to its average power consumption. Okay, in an AC circuit, having a pure capacitance and pure inductance, there is a power loss. Yes, there is always a power loss. It is a wattless current is there. There is always a wattless current is there. Okay. And for that, the assertion is there. What is that? In an alternating circuit, the power rating registers maximum amount of power it can dissipate. Okay, the power rating refers to the maximum average power that can be, that is equals to P equals to IRMS into VRMS, that means 1 by 2 I into V cos phi, that is the our power factor. Okay, Usually the one cycle of AC voltage or current in purely inductive circuits, the phase difference is always 90 degree pi by 2. Therefore the power factor will be 0. In AC circuit having a pure capacitor